the studio with me today, I have Melissa Myers. Most of you know her as the Glow Girl. For the past 2 decades, she has been sharing amazing information on how we can live a healthy, more happy life. Thank you so much, Melissa, for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
You are awesome. I love everything that you preach. You practice what you preach.
Thank you.
20 years you've been doing this. You've been researching brands and sharing with us what we should buy, what we should eat, what we should do. I mean, it's incredible. So let me start with people who don't follow you and don't know what you do. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got to where you are so we can understand more about you and your platform?
Yes. So I originally had a business called Ask Melissa, and that came out of everybody, all of my friends asking me, where do you get your hair done? Where should I go shopping for my mom? Like, what kind of gifts do you do? Where do you travel to? Like, everyone was asking Melissa. So my husband said, you should make a business. Ask Melissa. So I put up a small website. That grew. I had a newsletter from that. I had 25 people. And by the way, I first sent out actual snail mail to like 20 to friends, and then they passed it along. Then I went online. That grew to like 7,000 people. And then I decided, you know what, this is a real business. I then got a segment on, it was like, I think it was New York Live, that I started doing these segments on New York Live. And then there was the Weekend Today show. I went on as a lifestyle expert. I was getting all these opportunities to share my information. Then I had an online magazine. I turned Ask Melissa into Page Daily. You get a page a day of your favorite magazine. That then turned into me becoming a lifestyle blogger, because I figured once I moved from New York to LA for lifestyle reasons, I could share with women and give them tips and tricks, not only just outfit of the day, you know, like, I mean, but I learned from these women how to present myself, a lot of the millennials, on Instagram, and I kind of like copied what they did, but I had a little more substance to it. So giving women tips and tricks, actionable tips and tricks on how to look and feel their best. And I covered fashion, beauty, wellness, travel. I covered the whole gamut, lifestyle gamut. And then I started to pivot a little bit towards cleaner, holistic living, because I had some health issues when I moved here. I'm allergic to toxic mold, which was in my house. I was in an old rental. And then after doing some blood work, I realized what you put in your body is as important as what you put on your body. It's the same. So I did a deep dive, and then I started learning about chemicals that disrupt hormones, disrupt your endocrine system. And with that, I present all my content now with a holistic flair.
Wow. I mean, you really are the expert in the industry. I mean, I follow you. I love you. I love all the content you put out there.
Thank you.
And you look incredible. Can you share with us how old you are? How old?
I'm 59.
Wow.
I call it 55, by the way.
Wow. Okay. You look incredible. Okay. I mean, just your physique, your smile, your eyes, your skin, all of it. Glow Girl suits you. It really suits you, Melissa.
Thank you.
But tell us how you kind of navigate your life. Tell me about a day in the life of Melissa Myers. How do you wake up and how do you go to bed every night?
Okay, so I wake up and I take a bunch of supplements in the morning. First, I drink lemon water, like an 8-ounce glass of lemon water. Okay. And then I take supplements, so a variety of different supplements. Timeline Nutrition, which is made with Mitapure.
So, Melissa, tell us a day in the life of Melissa Myers.
Okay, wake up, drink lemon water, and then I take a bunch of supplements. Timeline Nutrition, a vitamin D, vitamin B. I had my blood work done by an integrative doctor, and she was able to see what was missing in my system, and then we added all that stuff back. So I highly recommend doing that. And there's also a lot, like Alyssa Goodman offers these blood tests now, so you can just take those and help yourself instead of going to an integrative doctor, which could be expensive.
Yes.
And then figure it all out. So I do take a fair amount of supplements. I'd say about 10 supplements a day. And I have a supplement freebie on my website. Ooh. So if you go to theglowgirllife.com, you will see it has a pro-aging supplement freebie, and it lists all the supplements that I take and recommend.
Fabulous. Love that.
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that. I love that.
Yeah.
So you have your lemon water, and then do you believe in intermittent fasting?
You know what? I used to do the intermittent fasting, but I don't anymore. So sometimes I'll have like a light bite, and it's usually protein. So like I'll do some scrambled eggs, I'll do some bacon. I try not to eat a ton of gluten. If I do eat gluten, it is sourdough bread, because that has been fermented for 36 hours and it's easier to digest. So I'll have that. My salads for lunch are a non-negotiable. Every single day I have a salad with organic greens and I get most of my stuff from the farmer's market. So I'm very picky about my food, and I'm all about the 80-20 rule. So 80%, you know, be good, eat clean, eat organic, eat grass-fed. 20%, you know, all bets are off. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
eat the pizza, the fries. Exactly, because I don't believe in deprivation, because I feel like then you can't be successful. So
I like that.
Okay, so that's like, so then after breakfast, I work out every single day. So it's 7 days a week. It's either 10K steps. I try to do that every day, but lately I've been so busy, it's been hard to do that and a workout.
Right.
I do Pilates. I think anything that is weight bearing is extremely important for women, especially perimenopause, menopause age. You really need to incorporate weightlifting, weight bearing exercises so that your muscles don't atrophy. So I do that about 2 days a week. Then I do something called The Class by Taryn Toomey. It's an exercise class that encompasses everything from calisthenics to mindful, spiritual, Barry's boot camp-esque type stuff. You can do, there's lots of squats, there's burpees, and then it's mixed in with a lot of spiritual stuff. So it's really great, yeah. But you find your class. It doesn't mean like I do the class, but you know, I think you have to test out different things and find something that you really love, because I think with exercise, it has to be something you love. Otherwise, it's a chore. So
and you do that 7 days a week?
7 days a week. And then 1 day a week, I'll go horseback riding. So I need to switch it up because I get bored easily. I mean, there are some people who like, you know, I know there are people that play pickleball 4 days a week. I can never do that. That's not my personality. But you find what works for you.
Right.
So, but as long as you're moving, movement to me, I think would be my number one like thing to tell people, because it not only, you know, stimulates like all the endorphins, so in terms of lifting your mood, but it's also great for your body.
Right.
And so I do that. I foam roll. So that's to get like into the fascia. I do that every single night.
Oh, wow.
And that really keeps the muscle, I think, youthful and just at least circulation going. So that's at night. So
I want you to post like how you do that, because I always feel like I try and get on my roller and I never know how to do it.
Oh,
right.
I should do
Yes.
that.
Can you do that for us, please?
So
I would appreciate it. I'd like that.
Yes, I'll do a how-to on that too.
Great.
Yes, and then I have calls. You know, I mean, I'm working full time, so I have 1 day a week that I actually schedule my shoots. So, because I feel like if you batch things in your life, it's like a lot easier to do it. So instead of like, oh, I'll film one thing today and another thing tomorrow and do this another day, and then you're all over the place. But if you batch what you need to do into 1 day, then I batch my content that needs to be filmed for the week. And I don't have a specific day, like every week it changes depending on, because I have events and a lot of other things to do. So it'll depend on that. So I do that. And then, so like I said, the lunch is always a big salad. Oh, with a scoop of protein. So that will be like a grass-fed chicken that I'll get at like Erewhon or make it. I even make it myself.
Right.
And then, you know, slice up the chicken, or I do tuna, a scoop of tuna.
And you don't snack. You're not a snacker.
No, I do. I do.
What are you snacking
I have
on?
these. I go to Alyssa Goodman for that.
We all love
for those
Alyssa Goodman.
snacks.
We love it.
Top seeds I like. I mean, I love cheese, so I do snack on some cheese sometimes. There are these True bars that I've been snacking on. There's protein bars that I like that are new, that are healthier than other bars.
Okay.
I actually have a snack replacement blog, which I can, you know, share with everybody.
Yes.
If they go to my website, it's theglowgirllife.com, and you just find snacks. If you put in snacks, then the snack replacement blog will come up.
Great.
So, like, because there's one thing that I feel strongly about, and that's sugar. I cut out all sugar. And that's the hardest thing for someone with a sweet tooth like me to do. So the way I did it is I replaced it all with monk fruit or stevia. So
And that's all on your site, like all.
all of this is on.
This is incredible.
I have so many resources to share that are on my site, but it's like they kind of get lost because I'm doing blogs every single week. So I think what I need to do is just like bring them back to life.
Yes.
Some of this old content that I think would resonate with so many people.
Well, we now know where to go and find it. So we can just go to your site, put in snacks, and it'll pop up and we'll know. Now, when you say you don't eat sugar, do you drink alcohol?
No.
You don't?
I mean, on occasion. So I will drink like a mixed drink. If everybody's like at a party, I'll have like some champagne. Now, for 2 reasons, I don't drink alcohol. One, I don't really love it. So I'm one of those people like, my husband would say, like, he wishes I love wine, but I don't. But number two, it also just doesn't make me feel great. Like after I drink, like the next day, I just feel really tired. I have a lot of brain fog, and it just doesn't sit well with my body composition or my makeup.
Right.
But I understand that it's so hard for people because everyone, like all my friends are like, that's the one thing I could never give up. So I do understand we all have our vices. Like I can't give up pizza and French fries, and I can't give up chocolate, but I do look for chocolate that has non-processed refined sugar.
Right.
So if I'm going to eat sugar, which is as much as possible, try to find chocolate with stevia in it or made with monk fruit. I mean, I really go the extra mile for that.
And then it's all posted on your website. So you literally have like done all this research over 20 years of your life having to do with food and makeup and skincare. And all of that is all there.
It's all there.
Wow.
I also have these lists, which I call my Glow Girl certified lists. I have 2 PDFs. I'm working on creating about 10 of them. So they're $15 each, but they're 20 years of research. So I have my makeup PDF, and I also have freebies, by the way. I have the freebie on the top 25 toxins to look for. I have lots, and like I said, the supplement freebie, but these 2 paid lists, which I'm going to be adding to. One is makeup. So when I say like I have my top, like it's over 70 products, makeup recommendations, I'm talking about not only how clean they are, but about texture, smell, efficacy. I've tested them from soup to nuts, and I've been using these products for years. And every time a new one happens to hit, which is like, I'd say 1% of the time, I then add it. So the lists are, always being added to and updated. And, I think that they're very, very helpful for people. So I have one in makeup and I have one in body and sun care. And I'm working on a hair care one that's going to be ready shortly.
This is fantastic. I mean, we're all so busy and we all want to live clean, but it's hard. It is. It's really challenging.
Hard.
And so your site has it all. It's all there for us. Melissa, what would you say is the number one most important thing that we as women should all be doing or incorporating into our lives? You talked about working out, but when it comes to like products, like the one thing that should be the most important thing for us in our lifestyle to maintain a healthy lifestyle, what would it be?
The one thing is reduce your stress. And I'll tell you, I mean, I really believe that. And I think that affects your beauty overall. There's one practice that I've adopted over the past, I'd say 10 years. It's called box breathing. So you take a deep breath in, hold it for 4 seconds, deep breath out, and then repeat. And you repeat it like 4 or 5 times. I do it every night before I go to bed, and I do it every morning. And it just sets the stage for you to sleep, and then it also sets the stage for you to have like a bright, successful day, and just getting like the jitters out and the tension, because we all know when we wake up, both when we wake up and we go to bed, those are the times that our thoughts are racing. So it's really good. It's been a lifesaver for me, and I would say that that's been like one of the biggest things that has changed the way I operate on a day-to-day basis.
What a simple, easy thing to incorporate into your life to change the way you start and end your day, which is so important.
It is, and it's so helpful. And also, I would say adding the 10K steps to my day, which is really tough for a lot of people, but I say break them up. Don't do them all at once. I mean, I do crazy things like walk around my living room. I walk around my pool. Not everybody can walk around their pool, but they can walk around their living room.
Right.
And you put a headset in, you listen to your favorite podcast, you listen to music or whatever that is. I actually sit there and like I'm doing my emails and, doing work at the same time, writing captions. I mean, at this point, I'm able to multitask and walk and do that at the same time. But then also by the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I walked 10,000 steps. I mean, if you live in a city like New York, that's not hard, but living in LA, it's more difficult. And then living in the Midwest, like we have to deal with weather, it's tough too.
But that's not crazy at all. It's great advice. I mean, just walk around the living room, scroll, get back to emails, do whatever you have to do and just walk around your living room. And honestly, if we take all your tips and tricks and we can look like you at 59, I'm all in, because you look phenomenal. You have a beautiful energy.
Thank you.
And you are the glow girl, Melissa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing all the research, and thank you for sharing all your tips and tricks with us.
Well, I'm very passionate about it. I am passionate about sharing. Like I've done all the work for myself. So why harbor that? Why keep that? I like wear it on my sleeve. I'm this kind of person I am, and I love to share. And I also love to see other people succeed and other women succeed. And when other women start to try a lot of my recommendations, I have so many testimonials of how I've really impacted a lot of women in their lives. And it just makes me feel so good that I can do that.
I know, and I can tell, and you're so authentic. And thank you again. And for everyone who doesn't follow Melissa, follow her below. Take all her tips and tricks. You can even get some freebies on her website. And let's all together as women lift each other up, get healthier together, and let's just spread that light. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you again, Melissa, for being here.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you all next time.